Good morning, neighbors, and welcome to Miracle Farm 1927 Homestead. We are so delighted that you're here with us today and blessed. We are going to take you in the sorghum patch this morning. Well, this is the crew, and we got the whole field done, and Joey's waiting on us to cultivate the last row. Here's the last part. So we got her done. Yeah, it is. I'll go. Don't that look good? Okay, this grass right here is called Johnson grass. And we don't have very much of it on the farm because it's a real invasive grass and we've tried to keep it cut down. But our friend told us that aphids live on this grass. So it was in here beside my sorghum, and sure enough, got it in the sun there. Do you see those little tiny yellow spots? Those are aphid eggs, or aphids themselves. No, there's an aphid crawling up that. So he's going to go to the fire pit. So I'm going out of the patch right now and heading straight to the fire pit. So I got me some soapy water. I know it's not Dawn. I didn't want to go back all the way back in the house to get Dawn. But I got the aphids in the fire pit that was on the Johnson grass, and I'm going to take this now and squirt the plants on each side of where I found the aphids at, and carry it with me in the garden. So here's our first line of defense. Okay, so we found some aphids on one, and we've already cut it down and put it in the burn pile. And now Righteous is going to go ahead and treat underneath the leaves of the ones on each side of it, just in case. It's closer to the stalk. Yeah, that's it. Now see where I cut it down? Get all, saturate the ground right there. All right. Well, he's going to go through now and pick up all the plants that I thinned out and go feed them to the goats. It is really getting tall. I don't think we have any heads yet, but it is just right about that time. One of the natural ways that we're keeping bugs off is we've planted all different kind of flowers down the edge on both sides, and that attracts our beneficials, and they have been covered in ladybugs and all different kind of things. And so aphids are some of their sweetest treats that they love to eat. So some of the things that I'm looking for, I have to do row 2 today, is I'm looking at the top of the leaf. This one's got a little nothing on there. Any kind of distress on the leaf is what I'm looking for. The other thing I'm looking for is ants. the favorite food of one of the favorite foods of ants is aphid poo, because it's sweet. And you know how ants love sweet things. See this leaf right here where it has a little bit of stress on it? The aphids live underneath. So I'm going to check real close. They're really small, but there's nothing there. That's nice and clean. Looks like a jungle in here. The good thing is it's cool. There's a little bit of shade. Have you ever been through a walk in a sorghum patch before? That's just dust. I thought it looked like a little aphid activity, but it's not. And see, these are the ones we need to thin out. We're also doing that while I'm coming through. And I'll go ahead and check those real good. And they're nice and clean. This is the next week after you saw us first going into the sorghum patch where it had grown up real tall, and now we've got heads. Some of it is now 10 foot tall. You've seen the flowers. And the ladybugs are going to town. Where'd he go? There he is. And there are hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of ladybugs out here. The problem is, with the ladybugs, the aphids came, and they've come real heavy. So we're going to go to our next line of defense. I'm going to still be picking them off, just like I've been doing every day. But now we're going to go ahead and get some neem oil. I have got all the places marked where the worst infestations were. And that's where we'll start spraying. We're not going to spray everything, because I'm going to look up. I'm sure ladybugs don't like neem either. And they're out here doing their job and working as hard as they can. So we're just going to give them a little bit of help. Okay, it's the next day and we got our neem oil, got my helper out here working, and he knows where to spray, because where I have found, see if you can see this, where I find aphids, I strip all the leaves. There's me a ladybug. I strip the leaves off to where the leaves are clean, but what he's doing is he's spraying underneath the leaves on both sides of where I found an infestation, and he'll go over here on the other side and spray those too. And we're going to see, guys, if this will work. And he's going to do this all up and down this row. Good helper. Now, whether or not these flowers on the edge that brought all the beneficials did any good. They sure are pretty. This is our little walkway going into the garden now. Now it's surrounded by elderberries and pumpkins, and the corn's getting bigger. And Petey, these are my our striped doubleback green beans. And you can't hardly see it, but there's a string in there so they can start climbing. And we put a wire up top, so I'll be stringing more string in between there so they can start climbing. They've already got beans on them, and it's time to start picking, but they're going to keep on going up. Our squash is going crazy. And these are our purple hulls, and they all come out on the top. And our sad little tomatoes and peppers that are going crazy. More sad tomatoes and some beautiful corn. And here's some more corn coming. Ooh, big weed in the middle of it. And this is corn that's done and that we're fixing to pull up. And out here on the end is the okra. And it is ready to be picked. Look at that beautiful bloom. I believe okra's on the menu tonight. Well, we got us a nice mess of okra for supper and got all our plants picked. And if you'll see right down here, I left some on about every plant. I left a big one. And I leave those for seed, especially like down here where I'm not going to get. I leave one on about each plant, and it's just never too early to start thinking about seeds for next year. So if you've grown just one variety of okra, you have your own seeds.
Hey y'all, welcome to Miracle Farm 1927 Homestead. We are currently at
Stella Creek Soaps.
And we're about to announce the winner of the 200th subscriber drawing.
Congratulations, Laura Joyce!
And the soaps that she chose were...
The first one was Pumpkin.
And the second one was Allure.
We hope you enjoy these, and blessings y'all.
Blessings.
Bye, y'all.
Prayers and blessings to you all from Miracle Farm 1927 Homestead. Always looking up.